Hey everybody, Drunken Sage 69 here with another deck profile. It's been a while since I've made my last video. I've had some college admission issues recently, but I finally got them all squared away. And let's get to the reason why I'm making Dark World. Um, Dark World has always been a very interesting archetype to play. Um, it's very, very powerful. And it's definitely one of the top meta decks out there, in the top 5 in my opinion. And I'm not really a meta player, but I heard of a ruling. I don't remember the YouTube user. I don't remember your name. I'm very sorry, but I saw a video of him describing a debunk, and then he explained it as if it was a Stardust with Dark Worlds. And then I've realized that I looked up on the wiki, and when you discard multiple Dark Worlds by a card effect, such as Card Destruction or Fabled Raven, you can choose the order of the link. So, Chain Link 1, if you discard like Brow, Snow, and Grapha. Chain Link 1, you can say Grapha, 2 can be Snow, and 3 can be Brow. But you can put them in any order because you discarded multiples at the same time by a card effect. And because of this, your opponent cannot interrupt the chain in that particular chain with a card like Stardust Dragon, because Grapha would be Chain Link 1 in that example. So your opponent can't immediately interrupt that chain, which is insanely good, because I really like doing that with Card Destruction and Fabled Raven to get all of my Dark Worlds sent to the discarded to get their effects pretty quick. In the meantime, let's get to the deck. This is... Some people can call it a Dark World Turbo, because I get to Grapha as fast as possible, but that's every Dark World deck. Every Dark World deck's a Dark World Turbo. I find that a little odd. But in the meantime, let's just get to the deck. 3, Grapha. You must run 3 Grapha no matter what. If you don't, I'm sorry, I can't help you with Dark Worlds. You must run 3 Grapha. Discard them, you get to pop a free card, and you can bounce a Dark World, except Grapha, to your hand to special summon him from your graveyard. Very versatile card, 2700 beater, and with the field he's at 3000, so it's very, very good. 3 Brow. The draw power of the deck, for 1. It's a level 3 Fiend, so you can grab him with Tour Guide. It's a very good combo with Tour Guide. Every Dark World player knows this, but if you haven't run a Dark World deck, I highly consider trying Dark World just to see how it runs. You never know, you might like the deck a lot, even though you hate meta. Trust me, I hate meta, but Dark Worlds and Inzektors are my favorites. With Brow, you can special summon him from your deck with Tour Guide, and then you can bounce Brow back to your hand to special get Grapha from your graveyard. Very common combo in Dark World decks. If there's a Grapha in your graveyard, you can expect them like, oh, here comes a Tour Guide to special Brow and get Grapha. Like I said, draw power and Tour Guide fodder right there. 3 Snow, the Searcher of the deck. Very, very good card. Can grab any Dark World card, not just the monsters, but also your field spell and Dark World dealings. It's also a 1700 beater, 2000 with gate. You would only really summon Snow for your Grapha or when you use Leviair. But 3 Snow. 2 Silva. Now, most players don't run Silva, but I've decided I'm going to main 2. I'm not going to main 3 because 3 is way too much for a dead draw, and 1 is just, in my opinion, not enough. The reason why I'm running Silva is for these reasons. Well, with Fabled Raven, I can discard him and special summon him and sink for a level 8, which is pretty good. Another reason why I run him is because just in case I run into a deck that would use cards such as Dark World Dealings or a Mirror Match, I would discard Silva if I have him, because that way I can special summon him and he gains his second effect, which means I can send 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of their deck in my opponent's order. choosing. So I will hinder their combos if they are running, if it's a mirror match or if it's a Exodia FTK, so to speak. But I'm running 2 Silva. He's also a nice 2300, 2600 beater with the field. Very good card. 2 Beige. Another fodder for Raven to sink for 7s. Also another Grapha. And also can make some nifty exceeds with Trance Archfiend, if I combo it that way. 3 Tour Guide. Must run 3 Tour Guide in any Dark World deck. Period. You know what it does. Let's move on. Sangan. Yada yada yada. 2 Trance Archfiend. I would recommend, if you're running Trance, to run it at most of 2, never at 3. Because even though he is a nice card, it's not perfect to run at 3. But anyway, I can discard a Fiend for this card to gain 500 until the end phase, and when it's destroyed, I can grab one of my banished Dark Monsters. So this is exactly a perfect card for Dark World. I don't know why it had a Gen X Alley Birdman in the picture. It could have had like a Dark World. It could have had a Dark World card, because this is a Dark World card basically. You can summon him, activate his effect to either special a Beige for an Exceed, a Snow for a Search, Brow for a Draw, or Grapha for a Pop. Very, very easy. Love this card so much. 1 Morphing Jar. Even if I could run it more than 1, I wouldn't run, because Morphing Jar is very good. Very good card when you set all your back row and you set him and you have nothing but Dark World in your hand. But the problem is, with mirror matches, it can hurt you a lot. So when I find out I'm playing against a mirror match, I'm going to take him out and throw in another Raven. And my last monster, Fabled Raven, for the Synchros, and sometimes I can Exceed with him, depending on if I discard cards that don't special summon. Or if I do, I make sure that I discard one that would be at the total level. But, very good tuner. Gains 400 for every discard. Alright, now for the spells. 3 Gates of Dark World. You must run 3 of this field spell. Mandatory. I don't care what anybody says. Listen to me. You must run 3 field. All your Fiends gain 300 attack and defense. Banish a Fiend from your graveyard. Discard a Fiend from your hand. And then you draw 1 card. Insanely good. Right there. You get the draw free card. You banish 1 for a possible Leviair target. And then you pop a card with Grapha, or draw another card, or search, or whatever you want. Must run 3. 2 Dark World dealings. I'm deciding to just run 2 because I have other ways of discarding instead of just Dark World dealings. But draw a card, discard. Very simple, short, sweet, to the point. Must run it. At least 2. Card destruction. A quicker version of Morphing Jar, except you draw the same amount. And with this card, Fabled Raven and Morphing Jar, you can decide the order of your chain, so your opponent can't interrupt it with cards like Stardust Dragon, or Debunk, or other cards that would stop your plays. For the staples, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 1 MST, Monster Reborn, and Foolish Burial. I'm deciding to run Foolish just because I want to get Grapha to the graveyard as soon as possible for its beat stick power. And yeah. Alright, for the traps. My staples are Mirror Force, the 2 Compulse, and Solemn. I'm running Compulse over Solemn Warning just because it's a lot of life points. And now for my more tech cards. 2 Dark Smog. This is the secret weapon of Dark Worlds, because you can chain this to cards such as um, brain fart. Monster Reborn, Rekindling, some of the Chaos Monsters, Trag. It's really good. It's a DD Crow plus more Dark World power right there. It's great. I wouldn't run it at more than 2, just because it can be a dead draw and it's a trap card, so it takes longer for it to set up. And then 2 skill drain. This is what makes Dark World somewhat anti-meta. The only cards that it hurts you is Tour Guide, Trance, and Raven, and Morphing Jar. But I would usually play this after I've used a Tour Guide play, or if I feel Raven is useless now, or if I really don't need to use Morphing Jar. But 2 skill drain. Alright, my side deck is mediocre. Ugh. I just threw in cards that I thought would be needed. Monsters, DD Crow, just for that extra banishing. Raven, just in case I'm doing a mirror match. And Gores, just in case I know if I'm going against heretics. Drag down into the grave. I would usually replace Foolish just in case I know if I'm going against something very dangerous, like I said, such as Inzectors or Heretics or something. Stop those plays. Night Beam, usually side with MST if I know I'm going up against somebody that's using cards such as Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Yeah. Light Imprisoning Mirror to definitely kill Heretics and half of Chaos decks. Chain Disappearance against Inzectors and Rabbits. Another skill drain, just in case I know if I'm going against, like I said, Inzectors. Bottomless for Rabbits. Solemn, just in case Compulse isn't enough. And a Starlight Road to protect my back row. Simple. Extra deck, Synchros, Cataster, Brio, Black Rose. I'm teching Ancient Secret Wyvern because I am running a light tuner, which is Raven. And his attack gain is equal to the difference if my life points are higher, which is very good, so he can be a humongous beat stick. Stardust, Scrap, and Thought Ruler. Other staples. Now for my Exceeds. 1 Leviair, 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon, Zen Mains, 2 Utopia, Maestroke, Blackcorn, and my all-time favorite, Neo Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon. It's very, very interesting how you can summon Galaxy Eyes with this kind of deck. It is harder to do than normal, but it is definitely worth it. Very, very good card. I just decided, like, you know what, let's just have fun with this deck. Let's just throw in a Neo Galaxy Eyes. And it works. It really works. Detach all Exceed material, can attack that many times and gains 500, I think. Yeah, 500 for each material. Well, that's my Dark World deck. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And I hope I will be able to make another deck video shortly today, so I can start adding more videos to my channel since I haven't been on in a while. Also, check out my team's channel, Team First Turn Disaster. I shall have a link somewhere on the screen. Please go check them out. There's no videos on it yet, but at least you can read about us, and I'll be posting some videos on that channel as well. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. See ya.